Tell you about and the ever so popular Microfiber and Diamondfiber Washable 6-piece sponge set is also on a fantastic clearance price of $15.99 or 3 easy payments of $5.33. There's also no reorder on this one, and these sponges end up costing you $2 and change at this fantastic price. They are dual-sided, yes, with that microfiber that we know and love from the Campanelli family, but now done in a really fun woven sort of way as well that creates that diamond fiber. So you can throw away that yellow and green sponge and pick up these because these are washable and reusable.
Yes.
And this is such a fun moment that we're seeing right here. You've got 3 different color options to choose from. This one here in front of me is what we're calling the aqua, which is always so popular in everything Campanelli brings us. This one here is the taupe, and then we also have it available in the sage. You're getting 4 of the rectangles and 2 of the rounds done in this really fun like paisley pattern.
Fun and paisley, right?
Fun and paisley.
Yeah, fun and paisley.
We love that.
Yes.
All right, so tell us why these and not, I don't even want to touch that.
No, because they want you to replace this once a week. I mean, that's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
They expect you to go to the store, buy it, use it for a week, throw it away, and then go back to the store and buy it. Well, what usually happens is that you buy it, you use it, and then about 4 or 5 days later, it starts to smell.
Totally.
That's bacteria.
Terrible.
All of that bacteria and food is staying in your sponge so that when you think you're cleaning, you're actually spreading germs. But then you still have to throw it away and go back to the store and buy more disposable products.
Yeah.
Ours is so very different. To Steve's point, microfiber on one side, diamond fiber on the other. Diamond fiber is like millions of diamond-shaped edges that are going to scrub without scratching.
Nice.
But unlike any other sponge that I know of, I'm going to put this in the washing machine and the dryer, and I'm going to use it over and over and over again for years and years.
Yep.
But does it work? Yes. So we're going to show you here. Using a little bit of tap water, we're going to take some tap water. We filled it with this in the sponge and diamond fiber on this side, microfiber on this side, egg yolk, tomato sauce, gravy browning. We burn it on with a blowtorch. So we're only going to use a little bit of elbow grease, Steve. You can see I'm going back and forth. Might take me a couple seconds to cut through that, but it's the diamond fiber that is scrubbing through that on a glass stovetop without scratching, right? So everything gets trapped in the diamond fiber. You see all the nasty messes in here. Then I flip it over and use premium microfiber from like our microfiber towels. Clean this up. I don't have to go get a rag or anything like that. Then, here's the best part. When this gets dirty and a little sad, I put it in the washer machine, I put it in the dryer, and I come out with a nice, fresh, clean, sanitized sponge that I get to use over and over and over again for years and years instead of going back to the store to buy more disposable products. And quite frankly, the word clearance and Campanelli don't usually go in the same
It's funny,
sentence.
Before the show, Chris was like, both items in the show are on clearance price. And I'm like,
you're like, what?
That can't be right.
That's not right.
That's right.
That happens.
And I mean, that is great. The fact that you're getting all 6 of them for this wonderful price of less than $16. Think about how many times you go out and buy this sponge.
Yes.
How many multiple times a year, and how much money you're wasting because you ultimately end up having to throw it away.
Yes.
And it can scratch your surfaces.
It scratches your nonstick pans. Look, if you have Le Creuset at home, if you have Staub Coquettes, if you have Temptations at home, these green and yellow sponges will scratch your surfaces. I promise you that they will scratch your nonstick pans. Ours, the diamond fiber on this side, listen, I could go back and forth for days and days and days, and that is not going to scratch that pan. That's the beautiful part about it. But then again, unlike this guy, you have to throw it away. Ours you can wash and use over and over and over again. So much so that our friend Nancy Hornback, she chased me down in the hallway and she said, I have to show this to you.
Yeah.
It looks a little ratty, and that's okay. But this sponge lasted her 10 years.
That's nuts.
She could have, maybe she could have put it in the garage and still used it if she wanted to. But 10 years, 1 week, 10 years. I think, like, do the math.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? And the fact that you're giving us like the 4 rectangles and the 2 rounds.
Yes.
Like we can put these in different areas of the house, and the sage is your official last call. So definitely want to check out if the sage is in your cart. And a few of you have this in your cart, so you definitely want to check out to secure your purchase. We also have the taupe as well as the aqua. $15.99. Those easy pays are $5.33.
Let me give you another little pro tip about the color story. I know the sponges are washable, but if you can, pick up 2 sets.
Okay.
I love the aqua for maybe the bathroom and the taupe for the kitchen. This way, when I wash the sponges, I know that I'm not using the bathroom sponge in the kitchen. And again, washable.
So they're clean
every
time.
They're very clean and sanitized every time because you're putting them in the washer and the dryer.
But still.
But still, do you want to use your toilet bowl sponge
No.
on your kitchen pan?
We don't.
We don't. So
That.
do one of those situations because
Yes.
at the end of the day, you can make sure you're not cross-contaminating.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So something a little hardcore here.
Axle grease on the window here. Could be cooking grease or soap scum, but the whole idea is that this is a regular cellulose sponge that's going to end up in the garbage can. It's not really doing a whole lot. So one side is that Diamondfiber. The other side is microfiber. So microfiber is like millions of little fingers that are going to lift, trap, and remove the mess in one single pass, right? So much so that I can make sure that this window is clean, but I don't have to throw this away. I put it in the washing machine, I put it in the dryer, and I get to use it over and over and over again instead of putting this in the trash can after one use and then going back and having to spend, what, $2, $3, $4 on a regular sponge that they want you to replace once a week anyway.
No, it's true. And I mean, when you think about like this kind of sponge, you're like, I'm not cleaning my windows with this. I'm not cleaning like full home with this, but you are with this sponge because you can rewash it.
You can rewash it over and over and over again because we showed you that one sponge from Nancy Hornback was 10 years old, right? And I don't want you to think about just using this in the kitchen or just using this in the bathroom. Hell, use this on food prep. Look at this. This is a potato. Potatoes grow in the dirt. If you wanted to, you can absolutely wet the sponge. Use this on your fruits and veggies. The best part about this is that this is dirty. We can go ahead and put it back in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and use it over and over again. And listen, some of these sponges out there, they're designed just to scrub, and they do a pretty good job at scrubbing. But they also do a pretty good job at leaving a much bigger mess for me to clean up. Now I have to go get a paper towel or a rag or something like that. So rather than doing that, we're going to, there's my camera, we're going to use a little bit of tap water on the Diamondfiber side. You will see that this is going to scrub a whole lot better.
So good.
Right? And then when I'm done using that, I flip it over. I'll use the microfiber side to clean up after myself.
Whole thing.
And then I put it in the washing machine in the dryer, and I use it over and over.
Amazing, amazing. 6 different pieces coming home for $15.99 with 3 easy pays at $15.33. Aqua, taupe, and the sage, very popular and very limited. Definitely want to check out if you want your 6-piece in that sage, but don't you forget about the taupe and that aqua with item B83603 from Campanelli. Love that. You just saw rolling